Hi friends, welcome back to Teenage Talk with Andrew. Today we are going to be talking about St. Patrick's Day and the origins of it, what country it came from, who created it, and why it was created. St. Patrick's Day is a religious holiday observed in Ireland, and it was brought to America and they changed the colors. The reason why they changed the colors, I don't really know that reason, but it should be listed in this article that I have pulled up on history.com. So if you want to read the whole article, you can read the whole article just to make sure I'm giving you the correct information. But yeah. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated annually on March 17th, the anniversary of this man's passing in the 5th century. The Irish have observed this day as a religious holiday for over 1,000 years. That is a long time. 1,000 years. Like, who? What? On St. Patrick's Day, which falls during the Christian season of Lent, Irish families would traditionally attend church in the morning and celebrate in the afternoon. Lenten prohibits against the consumption of meat were waived, and people would dance, drink, and feast on the traditional meal of Irish bacon and cabbage. Now for the real question. Who was St. Patrick? St. Patrick, who lived during the 5th century, is the patron saint of Ireland and its nation apostle. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't even know that. Born in Roman Britain, he left Britain and was taken from his home country at the age 16, but he later escaped thankfully, and returned to Ireland and was credited with bringing Christianity to its people. So he brought Christianity over to Ireland. That's actually pretty cool. Once again, I did not know that. In the centuries following St. Patrick's passing, the mythology surrounding his life became ever more ingrained in the Irish culture. Perhaps the most well-known legend of St. Patrick is that he explained the Holy Trinity, which is the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, using 3 leaves of a native Irish clover, the shamrock. Y'all know what a shamrock looks like, right? I'm pretty sure you do. There's more than 100 St. Patrick's Day parades that are held across the United States. New York City and Boston are home to the largest celebrations. Remind me to go to Boston or New York within the next year or so for St. Patrick's Day. When was the first St. Patrick's Day celebrated? Since around the 9th or 10th century, people in Ireland have been observing the Roman Catholic feast day of St. Patrick on March 17th. This first St. Patrick's Day parade took place not in Ireland but in America. Oh. Hey yo. Did we really just try and steal someone's culture again? That's a joke. That is a joke. But that is pretty cool though. Records show that a St. Patrick's Day parade was held on March 17, 1601 in a Spanish colony in what is now St. Augustine, Florida. The parade and St. Patrick's Day celebration a year earlier were organized by the Spanish colony's Irish vicar, Ricardo Artur. I'm so sorry if I butcher these names. I am not good at reading today. I just suck at reading today. I suck at reading. Today. More than a century later, homesick Irish soldiers serving in the English military marched to New York City on March 17, 1772, to honor the Irish patron saint. Enthusiasm for St. Patrick's Day parades in New York City and Boston and other early American cities only grew from there. growth of St. Patrick's Day celebrations over the years. Over the next 35 years, Irish patriotism among American immigrants flourished, prompting the rise of so-called Irish Aid. Societies like Friendly Sons of St. Patrick and the Hibernian Society, I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong once again. Each group would hold annual parades featuring bagpipes, which actually first became popular in Scottish and British armies, and drums. In 1848, several New York and Irish Aid societies decided to unite their parades to form one official New York City St. Patrick's Day parade. Today, that parade is the world's oldest civilian parade and the largest in the United States, with over 150,000 participants. Each year, nearly 3 million people line in the 1.5-mile parade route to watch the procession, which takes more than 5 hours. Boston, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Savannah also celebrate the day with parades involving between 10,000 and 20,000 participants each. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. That's like, what? Six times? No. That's at least... Hold up, I need to pull up... I need to get my calculator out for this. Okay, where's my calculator? That's 7 times, like, my hometown, like, where I live. That's 7 times the size of the town where I live. Yeah, I live in a tiny town. In 2020, the New York City Parade was one of the first major city events to be canceled as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. It was again canceled in 2021. The Irish in America. Up until the mid-19th century, most Irish immigrants in America were members of the Protestant middle class. When the Great Potato Famine hit Ireland in 1845, close to 1 million poor and uneducated Irish Catholics began pouring into America to escape starvation. Despised for their alien religious beliefs and unfamiliar accents by the American Protestant majority, the immigrants had trouble finding even menial jobs. I don't even know what that means. I think that's like labor jobs. I'm not sure though. I'm blind. I'm so blind. The Chicago River dyed green. Okay, I find this pretty cool because Chicago was where sorry, bumped the mic. I'm so sorry. Chicago is where I was born, so I kind of want to go back there someday and see the river dyed green because that would be a really cool experience for me. As Irish immigrants spread out over the United States, other cities developed their own traditions. One of these is Chicago's annual dyeing of the Chicago River green. The practice started in 1962 when the pollution control workers used dyes to trace illegal sewage discharges and then realized the green dye might provide a unique way to celebrate the holiday. That year, they released 100 pounds. That's a lot! 100 pounds of green vegetable dye into the river, enough to keep it green for a week. Today, in order to minimize environmental damage, only 40 pounds of dye are used, and the river turns green for only several hours. That's really cool. Like, you can't tell me that's not cool. You cannot tell me that's not cool. Like, it takes a couple hours it takes about 45 minutes for my hair to be green, which I literally just redyed it like a couple days ago. And so it's kind of funny for this occasion that my hair is green and we're talking about the history of St. Patrick's Day and the fact that they dye the Chicago River green every year. But yeah, it's kind of ironic. It takes 45 minutes for my hair to come out like the green I want it to, and that's on the first try because I've been dyeing my hair for like 2-3 years. But that's not Although Chicago historians claim their city's idea for a river of green was original, some natives of Savannah, Georgia, whose St. Patrick's Day parade, the oldest in the nation, dates back to 1813, believe the idea originated in their town. They point out that in 1961, a hotel restaurant manager named Tom Woodley convinced city officials to dye Savannah's river green. The experiment didn't exactly work as planned, and the water only took a slight greenish hue. Savannah never attempted to dye its river again, but Woolley maintains, though others refute the claim, that he personally suggested the idea to Chicago's Mayor Richard J. Daley. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. That's how you know I'm from a small town. St. Patrick's Day celebrations around the world. Today, people of all backgrounds celebrate St. Patrick's Day, especially throughout the United States, Canada, and Australia. Although North America is home to the largest productions, St. Patrick's Day is celebrated around the world in locations far from Ireland, including Japan, Singapore, and Russia. Popular St. Patrick's Day recipes include Irish soda bread, corned beef, and cabbage and champ. In the United States, people often wear green on St. Patrick's Day. In modern-day Ireland, St. Patrick's Day has traditionally been a religious occasion. In fact, up until the 1970s, Irish laws mandated that pubs be closed on March 17th. Beginning in 1995, however, the Irish government began a national campaign to use interest in St. Patrick's Day to drive tourism and showcase Ireland and Irish culture to the rest of the world. Hey, yo. They doing a lot better than me when promoting my music. They did a lot better than I did when I try and promote my music. What do leprechauns have to do with St. Patrick's Day? On one icon of the Irish holiday is a leprechaun. The original Irish name for these figures of folklore is Lobericin. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Meaning small-bodied fellow. Belief in leprechauns probably stems from Celtic belief in fairies, tiny men, and women who use their magical powers to serve good or evil. In Celtic folk tales, leprechauns were cranky souls responsible for mending the shoes of the other fairies. Though only minor figures in Celtic folklore, also please correct me if I'm also pronouncing that wrong. I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong. Please correct me. Though only minor figures in Celtic folklore, leprechauns were known for their trickery, which they often used to protect their much fabled treasure. Leprechauns have their own holiday on May 13th, but are also celebrated on St. Patrick's, with many dressing up as the fairies, or as the Willy fairies. Yeah. Happy. I know that I missed a video. I think I missed a video for February, unless that was probably the interview with Greg Howard. Yeah, make sure to check out the interview with Greg Howard that was posted in February. And also happy Black History Month to those who celebrate in February, because I didn't make a video for Black History Month, obviously. Happy Lunar New Year, or Chinese Lunar New Year, to those who celebrate. And yeah, I guess that's it. May your sweetness shine and your colors glow. Have a wonderful day.